Hey guys, do you think we'll ever get to see the return of the Hardcore title?
Unfortunately, no. I think it's pretty safe to say at this point that we will never see the Hardcore title as an active title in WWE ever again. This title was a work of modern art. I mean, just look at it. The story goes that it was the old WWF Winged Eagle title that was smashed up with a hammer and then taped back together. The Hardcore title was introduced at the tail end of '98 when Vince McMahon awarded the title to Mankind. But it wasn't until Crash Holly captured the title and introduced the 24/7 rule that this title really took off. This meant the title was defended all the time, like literally 24/7, and it led to all kinds of backstage segments, hilarious shenanigans. One of the most memorable segments was the Headbangers chasing Crash Holly around an amusement park trying to win his title off him. One of my earliest memories of watching wrestling was the Hardcore Battle Royal at WrestleMania 16 in 2000, with a title changed hands 10 times in a single match. And of course, all matches were held under hardcore rules, which meant we saw all kinds of weapons being used. We saw steel chairs, kendo sticks, trash cans, stop signs, you name it, it was used. And that became part of a problem because around the same time the WWF became a publicly traded company on the New York Stock Exchange, meaning they had investors, shareholders and advertisers they now had to answer to, meaning they couldn't get away with making such trashy TV, which ultimately led to the downfall of the Attitude Era. And the Hardcore title was officially retired in August 2002 when Rob Van Dam defeated Tommy Dreamer to unify it with the Intercontinental title. Which means it's now been 20 years since we saw this title in the WWE, and they've had plenty of time to bring it back. If they were ever going to, they would have done it by now. We had the ECW reboot in 2006, which would have been the perfect time to bring the title back if they were going to. And they brought back the 24/7 title in 2019, which was basically the same title with the same rules, just a different design and name. So as much as I love the Hardcore title, as much as I'd love to see it back, I think at this point it just is never coming back, unfortunately.